Yeah, here we go. Number 26. Day 29. We have time to kill. Patty's having a big discussion with other kobolds. So we decided to go explore. And what better place than a giant sword? And goodness, we got here just in time. 3 giant oafs were literally stoning kobolds and elves tied to the sword. Many were already dead. Oh, I felt Bee get very mad. I knew exactly what she was feeling. A simple clobbering wouldn't suffice. I did not, however, expect to be the one to approach them, bower fruit in hand, and flirt with them to eat it with me. Of course, it worked, and they were charmed. Unfortunately, it worked way too well, and they skipped the whole fruit-eating phase and dove straight into love-making and baby birthing. A yak. Thank goodness, they're stupid, and just fought amongst each other for my hand. Anyway, they're dead now. And I still have my bower fruit to plant our go at later. The surviving kobold was shaken, but fine. The elf? He had a bit too much blood to the head, it seems. Oh well. And I didn't have no space to write that Locke chased after him.
Hmm.
Do you write all this stuff out like with a pen or something?
On my iPad, yeah.
Okay. I just think of you painstakingly drawing all of this with a mouse.
Oh goodness, no.
No.
Can you do me a favor, Kevin?
What?
Can you send me this picture?
Okay, sure. After, yeah.
That'll be right. I walked. Oh no, Padwina!
Hmm. I walked here. That'll be right.
That's exactly what she's thinking. She's like, this isn't right. What is going on here?
Felt good to draw again.
Oh, man.
Now,
What was I gonna say? Now that I think about it, after I just thought about it for a second. He could actually be talking about just walking, but since his perception of time with him being an elf is so askewed, I mean, maybe he.
but how does he
literally
walk? There's an ocean between the island and the
Water
main
walking
continent.
ring. Water walking ring.
Okay, yeah, granted, but he had a ring that was on him, and he gave it to me already.
Or a water walking. I don't know. There's lots of water walking stuff out there. Okay?
True.
He could have boots of water walking.
You're right.
But I was like, that might be the first instance I can think of like elves just being like, oh yeah, I mean it was like a month ago, but when it was actually like 20 years ago. But Much more likely, he's just insane. So.
That's how I picture him anyway.
Oh yeah, yeah, no,
No,
me
what
too.
Now, because I have been probably cursed and blessed with probable ADHD, when I get a hyper focus on something, I have to follow through and do it. So, when the session ended last week, I had something in my mind, and it would not let me go until I did it. So, I got a little bonus for you guys. Enjoy, and here you go.
Oh boy.
What are you doing?
Here we go.
I'm gonna kill Jones. What are you doing? I'm gonna kill Jones. Can't let you do that, Wood. Because if Jones is dead, who's to call his terrible beastie off the hook? Now, if you please, the key. I'm intend to free my father. You'll have to see it. I can't let you do that either.
It's a little. It's a key. I got a spoon.
Well, each wants the chest for himself, don't he? I think he's trying to regain a bit of honour. Old Jack's looking to trade it, save his own. I think he's trying to settle some unresolved between him and his twice-cursed pirate father. Sad. That chest must be worth more than a shiny penny. Terrible temptation.
That's true. It happened. I mean, who needs a recap? That basically
Yeah.
that's exactly everything that happened.
I mean, shoot, that was the whole session.
And what do we have the scene later with the when Jack Sparrow's running on the giant wheel and it's just the elf guy instead, and it's him leaving. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm going. Bye. We don't see what he did off screen.
Oh man,
Felt that was a bit too appropriate for what happened.
it really was.
I had a lot of fun making that last night. It took me about 3 hours and a half, 2.5 hours for the whole thing.
Gosh.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That's so good. The way you had him talk to me, like make lady wife.
Maybe name one baby after you.
Yeah. And then the end with Lock and Spoon.
Was a bit too perfect for that right there.
Meow meow.
What happened here? Well, one of them wants to have baby Zalie, the other one wants to have baby Zalie, and the third one, well, he wants to have baby Zalie. So
Yeah.
that fruit tastes better than a shiny mushroom, I tell you what.
Yeah.
Shiny penny. Terrible temptation. If we was any kind of decent, temptation from their past.
Oh. All right. Well, I don't think there's anything else to be adding to what happened there. But is there anything else anyone wanted to add to what happened last week?
I think that. I think that covers it.
All right.
Anything that was missing was covered by the video. So
Yep.
I believe Locke reported back that the elf just vanished at some point.
Yeah.
oh yeah, that's right.
So there was some kind of loud noise, some kind of crackling, and then yeah. By the time she got onto the other side of the thicket, he was just gone.
Yes.
So, where will you guys be heading off to, and what will you be doing now?
The plan was to go and follow where Locke had said that he disappeared to. I believe.
All right. Well, I can show you the direction that he was in.
It is very good, Locke. Thank you very much.
The ring of healing that I got from the elf, is that
Mhm.
invested?
I don't know, whatever it says.
So it's not then, okay.
It doesn't say invested.
It doesn't have the trait on it.
No, it does not have the trait.
But it is only available for Zalie and not
Right, yeah, yeah.
for Brigade.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Brigade.
Okay.
Yep. All right. Well, will you be following me? And what about the cats?
What about the cats?
I don't know. It's just
Do you not think we have enough cats?
Locke, are you saying you want to go ahead and give the kitties a pet?
well, I mean, I don't know. That one looks very very calm.
Yeah, they all do
Come
to
on,
start out with.
let's go see what's up with this one. Gonna give it a little bit of an inspection.
It's just laying there on its back. It looks up at you. It seems very calm.
She will pat its belly.
It seems shockingly okay with that.
Whoa.
Do you think Pathwinda would notice if we switch out our current cat with this one? This one seems much more agreeable.
I mean, this one does seem a lot less mean.
Just have a weekly rotation of different cats. Maybe one day he'll notice. She'll notice.
They just keep running off and we just keep switching them out.
It's never the same one.
It's like a kid when they lose a goldfish.
Oh man.
Okay, well, let's see here. Locke, do you know how to tell if it's a boy cat or a girl cat?
Well, I imagine you look between the legs, and if there's something there, then you know.
Didn't you
Is it a
already do
girl
that for
cat?
Pogo? Y'all should know how it's
Yeah.
done by now.
Yes, exactly. So is it a boy cat or a girl cat?
I don't know. You were able to tell last time.
Well, that I'm not speaking to Locke. I'm speaking to the DM.
Oh, you rolled a nature last time.
Okay, let's see if this one is harder to tell.
Low nature? Ah, can't see a penis.
Oh, this one looks like a girl.
Pogo is a boy, right?
I think Pogo's a girl.
Uh,
If
I
Pogo
guess
was
we.
a boy, we cannot bring these two together. I do
No,
not want them making more.
no, that is the entire point. We could have kittens. Can you imagine what that would be like? They might even be small enough, like Spoon. Uh, but this one just seems to be pretty happy where it is, so we shall leave it, I suppose. It is a long trek back to the turtle anyway.
All right. Well, I just wanted to give it some pets and she'll pet it.
But if we come back here later and it's still here, we're taking it home. Is that something that you would like? And then she'll like kind of give it chin scritches. Oh no. I think your stream is lagging. You just keep streaming, little kitty. She walks away. I get the feeling that that cat comes from the south or the north. I'm not sure which. One of the polars.
From the what?
Never mind. I am speaking to the fourth one.
I know.
Do you remember polar plays, Kevin?
Yes, oh meowie. Oh yes, yes. Okay, yep, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. For some reason, I still know his name, like Nathaniel Prison the Third or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nathaniel.
I don't know why it just clung to my memory.
But he's a memorable fellow.
He is a very memorable person.
Yes, meowie.
Not someone you quickly forget. Well, if you're all ready, I can lead you in the direction.
Brigade.
Okay. Sounds good to me. Let's go, Alonzi.
All right, Locke will lead you off to the, what would that be, west for a bit. About 20 minutes or half an hour in that direction, give or take, and then, you will find a location that she's like, well, I think this is yeah, this looks correct. The last location that I saw him at.
Okay, Key will walk to that location.
All right.
Oh.
You have walked to that location.
Nice map. One of the mushrooms have they're a little glowy. Or at least one of them is.
It was around this location. One of the thickets around here. I saw him, and he just was on the other side and disappeared.
And you heard a loud sound, right?
There was like a cracking sound and sort of a small explosion, kind of.
Key would like to do a sniff check for burning smell.
A sniff check. Give me a perception.
Does she smell anything that seems like burnt something?
You
In any
give a
direction?
good long sniff, and it doesn't smell like there's much of anything that is burnt around here. You take in the smells, and you're able to make out that there's a nice foresty smell, nice musty odors, but not a whole lot out of the ordinary to be smelling right now. So the air is a little, I guess, maybe sweet.
I don't smell any fire, so
Based off of Locke's description of what she heard or saw, could Bridget maybe, like, piece together what could possibly be a spell that was cast?
I
Or
suppose she could
his
try.
things, what she said was
She
too
could.
vague?
You can try. This will be a very high DC, but yeah, this will be choose your magic school or tradition.
Alright,
As Locke looks deeper into her memory and tries to describe things as best as she can in a very Locke-like way, but
will not be today.
you're not able to figure out if it was a specific incantation based off of her vague Locke words.
That's
It was loud and explosiony and crackly, but not that loud.
Well, okay then.
But I think it was somewhere down that direction. She'll kind of point, or that direction. It was somewhere around here.
Okay. Let's see here. Bridget will head towards where Locke was saying, around here, and she will place her palm down on the floor, close her eyes, and cast root reading.
I know. You don't sense any creatures in this direction, but you do know that a medium and a small-sized creature did pass through this area within the last hour.
Someone about me and Zalie's size was here, and someone about Locke's size was here in the last hour.
That would make sense.
I'm proudly assuming that it was you, following the elf.
Probably. And you get the vaguest sense of this direction.
Let's look over there.
Key just kind of flutters on through. She sort of goes up into the treetops, and not necessarily above, but up in the branches, and kind of camouflages herself with the other green colors.
I'm a bit worried that if there were 3 hill giants here, maybe there was a 4th or a 5th one.
I believe that would, and you'll just hear Q yelling this out. I believe that would mean that there would be a read on them, yes? Or at least some giant footprints?
True. True, true.
Yeah, this looks kind of like the area I last saw him, though. I got kind of
Well.
scared and ran back.
Okay, where did exactly he go up, Luck?
This was the last place that I saw him, and then I came back afterwards.
Well,
Should
that
lie
makes
down.
sense.
Inspect the grass around
Look
here.
at here, ladies.
All right, you all come to here, which is a small forest clearing. You can see that on the ground there appears to be sort of some marks on the ground, sort of like big old scratch marks in a little bit of an area where the ground has been messed with. You can see that there's some branches on the ground, and yeah, give me perception checks.
My perception is on
Dang, on
key
point.
today.
He is rolling very good perception checks tonight. All right,
Zalie, as usual.
Zalie is like, oh man, look at these trees. They're beautiful. Wow.
Someone tore down this tree.
Yep. All right, but Key and Bridget, you are able to make out in this location. There appear to be large gouges in the ground and big beast-like footprints. Along with looking at the branches, they appear to have been recently snapped and fallen from above. And indeed, you look up, and there appears to be a location of which light is shining through the branches, and on the branches you can see there appear to be large gouge marks on them. You get the feeling that this happened very recently.
Well, Key, I think
Can we
answer
see the
here is quite
sky
obvious.
from there?
Yes, you can see the sky up above you through a clearing in the trees, and you can make out there are some freshly broken branches up there.
Well, I do believe we have our answer. It doesn't necessarily explain why the elf was acting in such a way, but I do think I know how he got here. And
Can
how
I,
he
like-
left back.
Do an autopsy on this tree?
Sure. Give me a nature autopsy.
See if it's actually dead or if it's just fallen. Are you okay, tree?
That's my job.
It looks like a dead tree.
Oh, this is
Are you okay,
unfortunate.
tree?
The tree is still dead, but as you're both looking it up and down, you're pointing at things. The two of you do notice that there is a large black feather underneath one of the mushrooms as you're looking it up and down.
Mm,
Yep, that checks out.
Key's gonna walk up to this big honking tree.
Hmm.
Excuse me, Mr. Tree. Could you help us? We're trying to see what happened to this man. Oh wait, no, that's right. Hold on one second. As she turns herself into into a squirrel statue. Okay, now, Mr. Tree,
Let's see, how does this work?
I will think.
Let's see. This guy's if you're affected by 2 spells while it lasts: Oaken Resilience and Speak with Plants. If you stand still here. Okay. What man?
The one that was standing in that spot right there. There was a weird creature of minimal height.
Well, I'm asking down the old grapevine, and we don't remember seeing a man. So there was a big something that came up, and well, it just went through my bowels and broke some.
So something came from up and then down, or down and then up.
Well, I think it came from down below.
I see. Could you ask your root friends on the bottom to give a bit more of a ground view?
Ground view? Well, I mean, it was stomping around a bit, and then it seemed to fly straight up, is what we can gather.
And was there any scorching or explosions or anything like that?
Oh goodness, there hasn't been a fire around here in years.
Hmm. I see. And she'll just walk over here, get really low to the ground. And what about you, Mr. Grass? What was standing on you? Was it claws or was it? And she'll like take her foot out of her boot and be like something similar to this.
You just hear pointy.
Wendy. Are you sure that you saw him normal like himself come in here, Locke, and just disappear?
I mean, I was on the other side of the thicket. I was tailing him from a distance. By the time I got over here after the sounds, he was just gone.
I see. Well, Zalie,
Yeah, huh?
you want to come up with me?
Up?
Well, yes. If he went up, we should go up. Yes.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, sure.
So she'll hold Zally's hands and say, "Okay, let's go." And she'll just start flying up, holding Zally by her hands.
I thought you were gonna cast Airlift. What? How are you doing this?
Actually, instead, she's gonna get on Zally's back, put her arms underneath her arms, and kind of like a key backpack, kind of Kazooie like, I guess.
I was about to say, it's like a kazooie thing.
Basically, become Zally's wings, and then just start flying upwards.
Honestly, I didn't think you'd be able to carry me like that.
I am very strong.
I mean, yeah, she is.
I'm just surprised about your wings.
I have
All right.
hero's wings.
Wow.
She does. All right, you lift up Sally. You fly up to the top of the canopy there, and you look out, and you can see there are trees for a while in every direction. You can see closer up the broken branches. Like I said, they look as if they've been broken recently, and you can see where they were broken. There appears to be almost claw marks or slash marks.
Hmm.
So, what Bridget is theorizing is that this elf guy is probably like a druid of some kind, and he just wild shaped into a giant bird. That would make sense since the bird started from the ground and propelled itself upwards.
That's an interesting theory. I think it might have been the work of a nefarious creature, the Tengu.
It was a dance.
Tengus are not this big. From what I know, anyway.
And no one said he was big, just that he flew and broke branches.
Well, you kinda need to be big to do that. Besides, these black
I mean, you're pretty
feathers.
big.
These black feathers. They remind me of something.
How big are the feathers? I guess that's a better question to ask.
The feathers would go on a creature that's, I mean, it's bigger than your average bird, but nothing like the rock that you guys saw.
Yeah,
Okay.
I figure it'd be something fit on a medium to large sized creature based off of looking at it.
You said on a large-sized creature?
A medium to large
Oh,
sized creature.
medium to large. Okay, so Tengu is still in the possibility. Gotcha.
Besides, Key, Tengu is D&D content. It wouldn't work here in Ospian. We don't want the Pinkertons to come over here and beat us up.
Okay, so for one thing, that is absolutely not true. Tengu is from is Japanese mythology, or in our case, Kaining mythology.
Funnily enough, I stand corrected. Tengu is actually the Pathfinder 2 ancestry.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, you're thinking like Kinku.
Kenku, yes, that's the one. Very close. No, I don't think I've ever seen Tengus before, but this feather looks very familiar to me. I feel like I've seen this thing before.
The feather itself is a big, soft black feather with a hint of purple on it.
Our
Hint of purple. No, I definitely feel like I've seen this before. Hey,
did we
the
go ahead. Sorry.
okay, dumb question. The kobolds that we've met, like the ones who were working for the sorceress, they were black or like dark-skinned or I don't recall them having feathers though.
I think this is a far enough distance away from those kobolds. I imagine they stay far away from Cave Town as they appear to be warring factions.
What? Stop. Wait. Go back. What did you say? What was on the feather?
Purple?
There was a brief pause as Zalie's hair buns begin to twirl, and she, and after that she tells Yuki that, okay, I find this feather familiar. Bridget doesn't. However, B is also... As soon as you mentioned that it had purple on it, B instantly started to... not freak out, but really starting to worry about this thing here. Okay. I am recorrecting myself. I don't think it's a druid anymore.
Is it a you?
What is a you?
It's you. She points at Zalie.
I don't have feathers.
Oh, but you could have feathers, right?
Yes, but they wouldn't be black feathers.
Well, no, that's just because you're green. But what if you were darker and less green? Would you have black feathers?
Yes, and what if you were a male and very, very big and had a club? Those giants could be you.
You are finally understanding.
I regret understanding.
I, Zalie, you know how we had gotten that ring from him? Well, that is a ring that only you can wear.
Yeah,
Because you are of a certain caliber of creature, yes? You're not from here?
It's not a ring
But
from the first world, if that's what you're asking.
no. I mean, I don't know how to say this without sounding relatively insensitive, but you are a summoned creature. Perhaps this is a similar situation?
Perhaps
I know,
the elf summoned the creature?
nor he was the summoned creature. I mean, I know through some knowledge of one of the four people in my head uh, that summoners can often, well, I don't know how often it is, but they have the ability to make their summoned partners have what's the word? Appendages that they didn't normally have.
Yes. Bridget can cast her magic and let me fly, for example, yeah.
And you would have wings, yes?
Well, that's
Or you
subject
could have
to...
wings.
Could, yeah. Not necessarily, but yeah.
It's just a possibility. It makes sense with the ring, as that is only a ring that summoned creatures can use. It wouldn't make sense for him to be able to use it himself unless he was one.
Zallie's eyes, they kind of open up. Oh my gosh. You might be right. Oh no.
But the fact that he was flying away, I think we had made a misunderstanding about something. Bridget,
Okay, well, if he truly is Nidalon, I have no questions for his summoner. That's not how you treat your Eidolon, my goodness.
can
At
you
any
use
given
your...
moment, he could have just unmanifested him, and but no, that summoner let him be lapidated on the sword.
Hello, there's a sound to the west. I'm hearing things.
1 second.
I'm hearing bullshit. So yes.
1 second, Luck. There's one thing I need to check before we go running. Bridget, please cast your
Yes.
spell again, root reading.
Okay. I recast root reading.
I want you to look for signs of a small creature walking with a medium creature in this area again.
Well, because Lark is here right now, it will pick her up. In fact, that might be what I picked up the first time was myself. Let's see, hold on. She'll move a bit further away, like right here. and then cast the root reading, which is a 30-foot emanation.
Okay.
I mean, are we able to? I know it says you get a vaguest sense of direction, but can you, like, if you get a direction of up, can you get a direction if, like, a small and a medium creature came together in this? Well, heck. Well, Key
Alright.
flies. He doesn't count.
All right. Yeah, but you were a squirrel statue, so you have been here.
Oh yeah, that's right. I am a squirrel statue. I'm a squirrel backpack statue.
Yeah. I don't know if you're still a squirrel statue, but you were for a while when you were talking to the trees.
Mm-hmm. But squirrels are like tiny. They're not
Mm-hmm.
small.
Anyways, Bridget. What does the spell do exactly? Again, let me look up.
You
If
can
there are
detect.
any medium or larger creatures, you learn of their presence and immediately. There is a medium creature at the edge of your emanation. You can feel a medium creature.
And that's to the west.
Passed through an area in the last hour. You get the feeling that something passed through this direction.
She'll look up to Flying, Key, and Zalie, and Locke. Ladies, we're being watched. Right over there.
Okay, Zalie, hold on.
Which
Dive
is exactly
bomb.
where Locke mentioned that.
But what's
Wrestling.
it called in Banjo Kazooie? Bird bomb? Bird beak? Beak bomb. There we go.
Beak bomb, yeah. As you would crash your way over, as you would see.
Whoa!
You would see. This fellow is making his way through the big, thick, thorny vines.
Oh goodness! It's him.
Walking through.
It's literally him.
Okay, let's see. Do I roll an attack?
I don't know. What are you doing with this?
I'm beak bombing. Do I notice him
Get me off!
before we interact, or does he like pop out of the bushes and suddenly?
He has been. It appears that he has been walking this entire time. Not that he's like hunkered down, but he's, trudging his way through the vines. So you would be able to see him before you make your way.
Okay, does he have his back turned to us, or is he?
No, he's heading in your direction.
Oh, okay.
He appears to be walking in this direction.
Let's see.
This way. Oh, that's not drawing. He's going this way.
All right. In this case, would it? I know I probably don't need to save for this, but I want to. Would it be a fortitude save to stop myself from the continuous momentum?
Might be more like athletics, acrobatics, or something. I don't know.
I would say if it was something, it would be probably acrobatics.
Okay.
I mean, you are lugging Zalie, so that is.
I am lugging Zalie. That's why I'm like. I mean, I said I'm doing a beak bomb. I wasn't lying.
Yeah, okay. If you're trying to stop yourself, that would be, I would say, an acrobatics against your reflex saving throw.
Okay, we're fine.
You are able to stop yourself and keep Zalie from fly bombing onto him if that's what you want.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to do. Okay.
He do not do that again. Or he's put me down
Zalie,
first.
Well, I mean, we're hovering off the ground now, so she'll drop Zalie.
And he'll see Zalie and, oh, it's you! This is a wondrous encounter!
Wondrous is a word. Yes. Hi.
Okay, you, and she's gonna grab his hand and pull him into the clearing.
As
Oh.
you'll see, he's walking through the thick, pointy vines.
Is
How
he
do you
walking through
explain this?
unfazed?
It's fine.
Yeah, he seems fine.
Okay.
Actually, that's a good question. Zalie, what happens to you when you get damaged? Do you actually show damage, or does it just go to Bridget?
That would just be a flavor decision. I mean, we share
I
health.
mean, I
with
imagine
Wolf, right?
Zalie gets beat up.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
We just might both. I don't know. Never really thought about that question.
Yeah. Anyway, no, he seems completely fine going through it.
Huh. But like, does he purposely try to avoid stepping on the thorns, or is he just like moving completely unfazed, completely not caring about?
He's just casually marching through. Both him and his clothes seem fine.
Well, dang.
Can I do an Arcana to see if he has a spell on him that's making his body immune to relative scuffing? Body and clothes, I guess, at this point, since it's his clothes too, so.
I suppose. Give me an Arcana.
Or whatever applying.
Well,
Not with the 2. I mean, whatever it is, it's some good stuff. He's got some high quality fabrics, that's for sure.
Okay, you, Mr. Elfman McGee. I think you gave us your name. I don't fully remember it though. It was like a week ago.
Yes, it's Fargoth.
Oh, that's right, podcast. How dare you? How absolutely dare you? Name your map near God.
Was it too much of a spoiler?
No, it.
Fargoth, near Goth, or wherever I am, Goth. I'm.
Oh, jeez. What is this here? Was this your doing? And she'll point to all the scuffs and scrapes.
I don't know much about that. I mean, it's just part of my walk.
You jump into the sky as part of your walk?
Well, no, I just go on my walk back and forth, and then that's my walk.
do you have any idea how long you've been here on this island?
Is that important?
As important as any other question we could ask. It's just conversation.
Well, how long have you been here? He'll look to Zalie.
Well, we just got here on this island with the big sword about like 2 hours ago.
Well, I think I've been here longer than that.
That's quite a big walk you've been on, sir.
Is it? Oh, well, I don't think so.
Just gonna get in real close to him and just get a strong look at his knees, because that's how high she is.
Listen here, Buster.
Inspect the fibers of his clothes to see if they're made of good material or if they're just shabby clothing.
It looks like pretty standard material. Doesn't look extra special.
Okay, you. How do you walk through thorns and bushes without your clothes getting dirty or messed up? What is your secret?
What do you mean?
All right. She will go to one of the thorny bushes, walk through, and come out with a little bit of a scrape on her dress. See? You do not have this issue.
Well, yes, you're right. I don't.
How?
Why do you have this issue? Hmm?
One second. Uh,
What?
okay. That's basically key right now.
Oh dear.
I'm sorry. I was just like, I don't know how to explain exactly what Kia's look is right now, except for that. She's just like, what? She's gonna slap Zallie's hand and say, "Okay, you're in. I'm out." She's gonna walk away. Have a
look
nice
at Zal-
little sit on the tree.
He'll look to Zalie. I don't understand why you keep company like that.
Zalie opens her mouth but then closes it. Nah, too easy. Are you usually by yourself on your walks?
Oh, usually, yes, but I wouldn't mind walking with someone else.
I imagine you don't really have any destination in mind. You just start wandering and eventually you go back home?
Oh, yes, whenever I feel like I'm done walking, you know? Sometimes I just enjoy going through the neck of the woods, you know? Being a wood elf.
Going through the neck of the woods like the trees' necks by breaking through them?
I.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Zallie, you've got this. Trees have feelings too, you know.
I'm sorry, Mr. Firegarth. You mentioned that you come from the central continent, in Calados.
Yes.
You wouldn't happen to be, are you native to the Dragonfell Woods, by any chance?
I don't think so.
Have you been there before?
Maybe once or twice.
I suppose that would explain why I've never seen you before. See, I come from Dragonfell Woods. That's where my village is from. Our
Oh, I
Our-
see.
our village of also wood elves.
Well, I suppose we have a lot in common that way. Both being from the woods.
True, though I don't have a way to simply walk from there to here. After all, there is a large body of water separating here and there. I'm most curious as to how you got here in the first place.
Oh, well, I. Don't worry about it.
Oh, don't worry. I'm not worrying about it. Say, you've been You must have been walking for quite some time now. Would you be hungry? Would you like to share some food with us?
Well, yes, I suppose that doesn't sound too bad.
Wonderful. Oh, by the way, my name's Bridget.
Oh, yes, it's lovely to meet you, Bridget.
And I think with that, Bridget will actually like, start setting up. We'll get to that later, Key.
She's just sitting with her arms crossed and legs crossed, and she's pouting. Just angry.
I'll be right back.
I swear.
Yeah, so Bridget will just be like starting to prepare some food. Like she grabs out some leftovers and starts whipping something up magically here.
Oh, are you a chef? Do you make food regularly?
Yes, I do.
Oh, I didn't know that about you. That's interesting.
Do you have a profession?
Hmm?
Is there something that you do for work?
Oh, a profession. I
Yeah.
mean, I do a bit of gardening here and there. That said, I'm a bit of a hunter at times as well, you know.
So, at the same time, Zalie says, "Oh, I love gardening." At the same time, Bridget says, "Oh, I love hunting." Like just instantly together. Well, it seems quite fortuitous that we've met. Seems we do have much in common, good sir.
Yes, it does. Say, do you have any lovely recipes?
Do I? She smiles. Tell me, what are you in the mood for?
What am I in the mood for? Well, what's a specialty of yours? Maybe something that's a favorite of hers. He'll point to Zalie.
Bridget is thinking about this. Well, let's see here. She looks down in her snack pack, and in doing so, her eyes kind of dart to the side a bit, and she says, "Oh, by the way, since I'm thinking about this right now, and since I have it right there in front of me, before I forget, good sir, would you happen to have any idea as to what this is?" And she will show the big black purple feather to Fargoth. We found this nearby, and well, this is odd.
Oh, well, you're right.
Please ignore my friend over there.
That is an unusual feather, now that you mention it. Must come from quite a majestic individual.
Yes, majestic is a word.
No, of course, yes, that's my butt feather. This is what I was hearing in my head. I was wondering where I put that.
Bridget drops it immediately. Yes. And okay. we're just gonna go out on the limb here.
Hmm.
And she will turn the feather over back and forth, and she'll say, "Yes, majestic. It certainly does have a." She pauses. A princely presence to it, doesn't it?
Well, I suppose, if you put it that way.
Don't suppose it's something that you've seen before?
Well, I've seen it just now. Now that you've shown it to me, yes.
Right.
And you just hear Key just kind of like face palm, and she's like, "Okay, but have you seen it before she showed it to you?"
Oh, no, I don't think so.
Why is it so hard to answer questions? My goodness. First the cat, now this man. What did this?
What did the cat do?
She took a while to get answers from.
Oh, the cake cat. Well, that is because you were feeding her delicious food.
Ooh, good Fargoth. Something that is, well, tell me. I'm thinking about what to make here, and I certainly do not want to make something that you might risk not liking. So, very quick question. Are you fond of these? And she will take out the remaining, well, a remaining piece of the bower fruit from a snack pack.
Oh, you do have a fine palate, don't you, milady? Yes, those are indeed a favorite of mine.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, that's good to know. It's good to hear. Okay. 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 Very good to hear. Very good to know. Okay. Okay, hold on.
Shall we have some? Share in a meal and all that?
Bridget kind of just slightly chuckles and says, funny you should say that. That's not particularly... Well... It's time that I make food for everyone around here. And my companions are not necessarily too fond of this in particular, so I'll say this for another time. How about I find something that we all like? How about that?
I suppose so.
I think that's everyone's favorite. And Bridget will say, well, okay, make yourself comfortable. I'll go and make sure that we have everything that we need, okay? And Bridget will head back to her friends. Zalie as well, but Zalie just is kind of just keeping eye contact with him, or not eye contact, but keeping him in her field of view.
Does his eyes tend to look at Zalie a lot more than everyone else?
Yes. He's always looking at Zalie. Whenever he's talking to people, he's looking at Zalie.
Okay.
Okay.
There's only so much I can do as a martial character. Because generally my best answer for something is I'm going to shoot him. Which I'm doing my best to not do. However, this guy gives Key super creeps.
So, okay. Let's see here. Let's see. Give me one quick second here as I'm looking through my items. I think I have something here that might help, but do I have anything that could allow us to? I mean, yeah, there's always this. Okay, so as Bridget is like going through her snack pack, at the same time she'll be using her Aeon Stone to kind of transfer an image, a few sketches in Key's mind. And the sketch that she's gonna send is... Okay. Not that color.
Too green.
Exactly,
that's,
too green.
That's not the right shade of green.
Okay. And... No, that won't do. Long arms. And... see here.
He's drawn.
I can move this a bit more.
He's drawing.
I sure am. That's what you get in your mind, Key.
Gotcha. Alright, she's gonna pull out her scroll. And since, he's got his eyes on Zalie and stuff, he's not really paying attention to anyone else. She gets that feeling. She's just gonna casually read it to herself, and she's gonna cast a spell. It is time.
Every now and then, like, Bridget will turn to the man, do you like bananas? Oh, how about apples? You're trying to keep casual convo with him.
It's time.
Oh, she cast me cup of dust?
As you go and you cast your magics on him, as they zip and zoop on over to him, you'll see that they manifest onto him, but they seem to almost reflect off and do nothing.
Does it seem unusual, or does it seem like I failed?
He seems completely unfazed. You'll see as you cast this, he'll look over to you, he'll look over to Zalie. Well, my princess, I begin to understand why you keep creatures such as these next to you.
Key jumps on top of Bridget's head. Alright, that's enough of that. and she's got her gun out. She's roll initiative.
Oh, my dear princess, I just came for a little visit. You wouldn't want to break our little agreement, would you?
He has her void cannon drawn and currently fixated on him. Actually, I think that's the only gun I actually have out right now. Yeah.
Zalie just sighs. Nothing you can do, Key. Just drop it. Let it
Nothing
go.
I can do. Do you have any idea how long I've been waiting to use Cup of Dust, and he just doesn't even get phased, not even close.
Yeah,
He
that's
ruined my chance.
probably not the best guy to use it on.
Is he like immortal or something?
More or less.
Oh, something like that. Something a half-breed like you wouldn't understand. He says that directed towards Key.
Bridget just like she's kind of half kneeled in her bag. She just eyes up the Key and just very silently just motions with her mouth while slightly shaking her head. No, don't. Just let it go.
Oh, but princess, I thought I would come and give you a little visit. After all, I heard from someone and something you were in the neighborhood. And to
Yes.
see how you let those creatures handle you. Oh, it made my blood boil. Someone such as you being handled as such. I mean, no one as lovely as you.
Zaddy, if I attack him, is this going to come back and bite you in the butt?
Considerably so.
As you'll see him as he takes one step forward, he will transform a bit.
Oh, it's you! I've been saying that.
Yeah, no, Key, don't.
As you'll see him transform into this.
First time you decided to show up yourself and not just send one of your servants.
Oh my goodness, he's really ugly.
Shut up, Key.
You know, I wanted to make a joke a while back about being named Far Goth, but I was trying to be nice, but now it all makes sense.
Well, what can I say? I wanted to visit you, and I heard you were in the neighborhood. Is it a crime for me to want to see you face to face?
No. I just advise you to not interfere too much with what I'm doing.
Oh, I'm not interfering with anything. I just came for a visit.
And?
And I wanted to see the dear princess, have a discussion with her, have a little chat, talk about things, think about our future, you know? Hmm.
While they are talking, you'll probably notice that Bridget is very much like trying to avert the uh, trying to avert her eyes from him, intentionally not looking towards him, and also she's kind of like fidgeting or like flinching or kind of like, not in a good place right now. But Zalie is kind of just like staring at him like more fiercely, more intentionally.
Well, Key's looking at him fiercely too because she's standing on Bridget's shoulders,
Yeah.
Yes, well,
and she's just
you can definitely feel Bridget's fidgeting and
Yeah.
kind of shaking a bit. Alright,
Oh,
alright then. What do you see in our future? Come on. How many
I see
kids?
a great many things in our future. Oh, so forward.
More kids than the Giants? Wanted?
Well, we'll see what happens. Oh, princess. I did wonder why you surrounded yourself with such creatures, but they are fiercely loyal things, aren't they? Able to sniff out some deceptions here and there, hmm? Oh, I thought that perhaps if I could disguise myself as one of them. After all, I know you're quite fond of your pet. He'll point to Bridget. I thought perhaps I could fill a similar role and you two could see me in such a way and we would grow closer, more naturally. But... oh well. All in due time.
So...
Wait, so Zalie, is he actually an Eidolon thingy too? He is a summoned creature?
No. No, he's the real deal.
Oh, if it's anything to any of you creatures, you should know that I am the Prince of the Thorn Kingdom. A wondrous and grandiose place.
Okay, and I am the princess of your mama, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna go flaunt it.
That is because you have no presence as a half-beast.
Your mom certainly didn't say that to me last night.
Oh my gosh.
In fact, she said being a half-beast is way better.
Bridget attempts to put her attempts to put her hand over Key's mouth. Just stop it, stop it, stop it.
Well, I
please.
suppose you would know all about that, wouldn't you? Still.
And for your information, I am 4 different beasts, thank you.
Yes, I'm quite sure. But as for you, since I'm here, he'll offer his hand to Zalie. Perhaps you'd be willing to come now, hmm? Save us all a bit of trouble.
Oh. Oh, that's very tempting. But are you sure you want that? Are you sure
probably
you
not.
want to break the contract that my sister made?
Oh, I don't recall anything about their saying where you needed to be until things happened, hmm?
It was never a question of where, but when. And now is certainly not the time. After all, I'm not ready. Why, I don't even have a prepared wedding outfit, and the one that you were making, I don't think it's ready yet. Wonder what could have happened. All the rabbit hides you were gathering.
Oh, well, I did hear of that. It's a shame that the surprise has been spoiled, but rest assured, the replacement will be even more grandiose. Though it pleases me to know that they may have been to your possession. I hope you enjoyed them dearly, my dear.
Oh, I don't want to tarnish the beauty of your halls by wearing such ragged attire. So you'll just have to come a bit later then.
Zalie? Oh, sorry. You are under some sort of contract that includes a peace treaty between you and this creature?
Not now, Key.
Oh, something of the sort. Still, though,
Okay.
I can tell you're having a hard time keeping your beasts at bay, so if you would permit me to lay but a single kiss upon your beautied hand, I will be off.
I want to make something clear to you. We are not her beasts. We have no affiliation with her kingdom or whatever it is. So if I were to, let's say, strike you down right now, well, no contract would be broken. For I am an unbiased party. Of course, you can set your sights upon this world if you would wish to start a war. I am sure the denizens of the surrounding lands would be more than happy to fight back.
Oh, I have no interest in conquest in this location at this current time. But
Yeah, drop the gun, Key.
he'll point to look to Zalie. If you want me to kill and put down this wild one, I will.
Oh, wait a second. Zalie, this is an arranged marriage, isn't it?
Just put down the gun, Key.
Okay,
don't
well,
shoot.
I'm not gonna get involved between fake lovers, so have your politics and all that. I'm gonna go kill a different royalty. She's gonna...
Oh boy.
No, let's decide today, I suppose.
I don't know what you see in these creatures.
I know what your mom sees in her, and it's
Oh
me.
my gosh. Wow.
What can
He
I
will,
say? I've got very fast fingers.
Yeah, he will present his hand towards Zalie. Permit me this one thing,
You talk big for someone who knows they can't touch me before it is time. What are you trying to make me do here?
I just would like a little bit of, well, you know, reciprocal love. That's all. But if not now, then later. Then later, my little thief. Well,
Oh no, Dean, you left your game on.
Well, since this has been sniffed out and you don't seem to be in a very good mood at the moment, I suppose I'll leave you to your romp in the woods. I certainly do hope you enjoy your walks, though. Until next time, my little thief.
Hold on,
be
hold
still
on.
bold.
Before you go, I must ask you one question. Unrelated to Zalie. Why are you the worst shade of purple?
Oh. Key, what the hell?
And she'll give him she'll do that little thing where she pulls down her eye and give him like a tongue, like a tongue face.
They really are basal creatures, aren't they? Well, rest assured, once things are said and done, you'll be free of them. He will give a little bow and a kiss blow towards Zalie, and then he will alight and fly upwards through the trees with a crackling through the branches as he whoosh flies upwards. Yep.
Goodbye, stepson. Oh, hey, Zalie, if you get married to him, does that mean we're going to be related?
Shut up. Please don't say those things to him.
Oh, say what to him?
Everything you said. Don't. Do
Hey, he
not.
started it. He's the one who called me a half-breed.
He called us all beasts.
Yes, he did it on purpose. And you...
Yeah, so I did it on purpose.
Lowering yourself to his level is not going to help anything.
Oh no, Zalie, I was already on that level before he showed up. I like to think I am quite quick-witted, yes?
Yes.
Oh,
at your own
and by the
detriment
way,
sometimes.
I would get rid of that ring.
Yeah, don't tell me twice. Just... I know you love to spit mad game whenever you can, but just don't do it with him, please. Do it to anyone else, not to him.
I cannot promise that if he is going just to call me names.
You just can't help it, can you?
I would not expect you to not be hostile towards another creature that's being hostile towards you.
There is a time and place for that, and against certain people. You can't just...
We are not in the Feywild, Zalie. This is not your political landscape. I can do what I want here. If your people invade this land and they decide to mock its creatures, then they are set up for whatever comes to their way. Now, I will not get in between you two, and I will not attack without your okay. But you will not tell me how to speak to someone who speaks the way that he did to me. I am not in his kingdom, and I am not in your queendom.
Zalie just rubs her temples and says, "That'll do for now." Whatever.
Well, so don't take your anger out on your friends. What is wrong with you? You're mad at him, not at me.
I would be mad at you. If you would have done something, we all would have regretted later.
But I didn't. Now did I? So what is your beef? Not with me.
Hello everyone. I have something important. This is Spoon.
Yep,
Show
yes, I
that-
know, I know.
Zalie just pushes Spoon away with one of her hands. Very gently, but still, just pushes her away. She'll just sit down and hug her knees close to her chest. And pout. Meanwhile, this whole time, Bridget has not moved an inch. She's still like kneeling down, as though she's been petrified almost, but she, you know, she's not. Eventually, she'll like start to shake her head a bit and start looking around. Looks at Zalie, looks at Key, looks, at Locke, and sighs deeply. And she just closes her sack pack and just kind of whispers, "Nope, I'm not hungry today. Nothing's gonna come in."
This is when Locke makes a comment. Are you sure about that? You don't want to eat? Oh, do you mean nothing is going to come in? Does that mean it's going to come out? Oh no, Bridget, you had diarrhea? I once had that thing. I ate too much one time and it was not very good. Let me get you my wife.
After a couple of minutes, Locke would come back with a handful of flowers, and Spoon would have a mouthful of them. But Bridget, I know we're not having a very good time, but I thought I would bring these so that we could maybe make some bread. I know bread helps make people feel better. So I got some flowers so we could make bread.
Oh gosh.
I will help you grind it up. I know that's how you make it. You get the flour and you grind it up and you cook it, and it's bread.
Yeah. Thanks, Locke. That'll make some good bread.
She smiles a little bit.
At some point, you'll just hear Zalie just kind of mutter, "Guess we're back to the beginning, just like the first year, huh? Can't trust anyone anymore." Stupid. Bridget nods.
What happened the first year?
We'll just keep doing what we've been doing. And just keep at it until it's time. Don't need to. We don't need to listen to everyone that comes our way.
He's gonna pull on Zalie's dress. What do you mean? Hello? Until time for what? What is going to happen?
Bridget will, like, raise her head up to the sky and like, look upward. And audibly sigh. And she'll say, "It's a bit of a story."
Jackie will cross her legs.
Bridget will give Locke her snack pack and say, "Help yourself. I can see you're waiting for food. Just help yourself."
Thank you.
Goodness, where do we even start? Right. The cooking competition. The cooking tournament that we've mentioned before. It's against him. He's our adversary.
I do not remember a cooking tournament.
Well, that's the reason why me and Zalie are traveling around and looking for food and making meals and figuring out what works and what doesn't. It's to acquire many different recipes for this tournament. That's why we came for lemons in the first place here in Latreon.
And is this competition in the first world?
Yes. Yes, but we figured that Austrian meals and Austrian ingredients would give us an upper edge on the competition, as they would be foreign and exquisite and exotic for the judges. And besides, we already know a lot of first world meals. Not a whole lot of... Well, we just figured there'd be more innovation here than over there for now. That and Zalie wanted to get out for a while.
Okay, so Zalie is not in an arranged marriage.
Bridget kind of side eyes Zalie here for momentarily.
So what, you lose this competition and she has to get married? Is that what is going on?
You just hear a flat tone from Zalie. Yep.
Okay, and what happens if you win?
Mostly, I don't get married to him.
Okay, but that is not a prize. What kind of competition is this?
The real prize is that... Oh, how do I say this? He lets us go. He lets my sister be and gives her back her reputation and her honor.
I was about to say, is this a Zuko thing or? I know she was created way before Zuko when it comes to Kevin's knowledge, but
True, true.
uh, okay. So your sister is a queen of some region of the first world. Something happened. She no longer has the reputation, and you are trying to get her honor back by cooking a meal. Is that correct? And why is this on you and not your sister?
Yeah, about that. You're kinda right, but also, well...
Unless Bridget is your sister.
Sometimes feels that way, but no, she's not.
I was about to say, please don't say that because I did not. I would not have. That would have been a revelation.
No, she's not. Goodness. Okay, fine. Long story. Probably still long anyway. My sister, Nyrissa, and him are both rulers of, I guess, neighboring kingdoms, relatively. It's not that we're at war, but there's always been like a bit of friction. Passive friction, really. But a few years ago, give or take 100, whatever, that dude captured some prisoners from our place, from our kingdom. And we were able to get them back not too long ago. Give or take another 100 years. Well, he wasn't happy about that. So during the next summit meeting between various kingdoms, he kind of openly mocked and insulted my kingdom. And you might say, well, that's nothing. Like, what's the point of that? It's a lot more than just that. It's a lot
So
more
you
than
killed
just
his
saying your
people.
mom. No, we didn't.
Nuts.
No, suffice to say, Nyrissa right now is in a bad spot. Her reputation with all the other kingdoms is on a very fine line of danger. And so, she wanted to regain her honor and the kingdom's reputation, and this was the idea, a competition between the two kingdoms of food making. Well, B is the chef, was, well, still is, Nyrissa's personal chef, so it made sense that she be the one to undergo this challenge, this tournament thingy. I'm here, well, because it makes sense. It's good. It's good to have me accompany her and help her out. Me being, the princess and everything. But also, the competition is kind of my fault also.
So you killed his people.
I did not kill anyone. No. The stealth mission was a success. We brought back our prisoners safely and with no casualties.
So I do have a question about that. When you say your prisoners, who are these prisoners of?
The Thorn Prince, he took some of our people and made them his prisoners.
Okay, because you've been saying they took your prisoners.
Sorry,
I just
no,
want
but
to-
that's not what I meant. Sorry.
Okay.
During a conflict, he took some of our people and made them his prisoners, and we went and took them back.
What is his prisons like?
You don't ask.
I see. Okay. Kevin does not have answer, or
And now is not a good time to talk about that. I do have answers, but no. This is Zalie saying, don't ask.
okay, just making sure.
Yeah, no.
hmm
Look, my sister did not know that I went to go that I went to go capture, that I went to go rescue our prisoners back. And when the competition idea was made, the Thorn Prince was all like, okay, well, if you win, then I'll restore your kingdom's honor and reputation. I'll take back everything I said and la-di-da. But if I win, then not only do I get my prisoners back, but I also acquire the team that went to free them in the first place. The
Oh, so
stealth
they're
team.
going to marry Bridget, too.
No,
Kind of like a harem?
no. No, he just wants them back as their prisoners. As his prisoners, not anything more. But my sister agreed to those terms, not knowing that I was one of them. I was on the stealth team.
Why would your sister agree to give other people's lives away like that?
That's something that she and I have discussed a lot about. I did not agree. But she did it anyway because she was seeing the greater picture. Not a big fan of the decision she took, no matter what. But either way, she agreed. And that's when it was revealed that, well, that's when he said that, oh, perfect. Then the deal is made. Zalie, I can't wait for you to come to me and I'll make you my queen. La-di-da, wonderful. So yes, I am engaged, technically, to that guy. If we lose the competition, then... She looks at Bridget. We both are sent to his kingdom. Bridget goes back to his prison, and I become his wife.
Oh, so Bridget was one of these prisoners.
Funnily enough, not the one, not one that we set out to rescue, no. We didn't know she was there. We just found her there as we were saving the others. We just decided
Yeah.
we just decided to bring her on board since she's obviously not from the first world.
Okay. All right. So I think I am getting the picture here. However, you are glossing over what appears to be a very important detail. What did your sister do to lose her honor?
Nothing that she did. It's what the prince did.
Then why does it matter if she gets her honor back if he's a jerk? This all seems very arbitrary. I mean, I can talk some smack about anybody I want all day long, but that doesn't mean it's going to make it through.
Well, see,
And if
that's
I
the
say
thing.
some...
In the first world back home, the things I said about honor and reputation and, losing all that, it has a whole different meaning over there than here. Talking smack doesn't mean a thing here, other than making the other person mad. He didn't just talk smack about my sister, he... Suffice to say, it affected the entire kingdom at large. And it's not just she lost face, it's worse. It's bad enough that she would want to regain it at all cost. I'm not asking you to understand. You've never been there. Just
Okay,
asking
but
you
I,
to believe
I
me.
desperately want to understand what you mean by this. So, okay, so he didn't just say something, or is it one of those things where, like, you've insulted my honor by doing this thing, now you must either take it back or be fight? Is that what's going on?
Bridget would kind of chime in, and that's, I guess, it's not exactly that. It's part of it, I guess.
Hmm.
There was no fighting or warring involved unless the contract is broken. In that case, then it's open hostility, and both kingdoms are trying to avoid that.
Okay, but I...
So this man did something to damage the reputation of your people and your sister, and that's what's caused all of this.
That's the easiest way to put it, yes.
But exactly what did he do to damage the reputation? This is the part I am struggling with.
I mean, I'm not the best person when it comes to person things, but uh, never mind. No, don't mind me.
I. It's not something I can share.
I I mean, I don't mean to push on this, Zalie, but if this man is going to pop up around us every now and then I believe this is information I should be privy to. Especially if he's going to insult me like that.
Yes, he is guarding me and those I am with purposely to make me lose my edge and lose my cool and lose the competition. That's all he's doing. He's trying to mess with me. And by messing with me, he's messing with those I travel with. He's not here to kill me or anything, no. But he's gonna try and mess with me, mess with us. To make
Yes,
sure
so
that
I
we
think
lose.
I think I should know why what it is he did if he's going to be involved in our lives together.
No, you don't, Key. His concern
Oh,
is for me and my sister and my kingdom. That
I
is
am
not.
sorry, Zalie, but the moment he appeared in front of us and said the words that he did, I am involved now. And if I am not involved, then I don't think I can travel with the two of you, not knowing exactly who you are. You are avoiding such a simple thing to answer, and all that says to me, Zalie, is that maybe he did not destroy your sister's honor. It is something she did. Which, if it is, that's fine with me. I do not care. I am not a good person. But I will not be hanging around with somebody who's going to either lie to me or say I can't be involved with something whenever somebody shows up and calls me a half-breed. I know I've called people racist in the past before, but that was really racist.
Yes. The Thorn Prince is not a good man. At all.
So what did he do? Why is your entire life in this man's hands?
Why... Why is it not enough what I already told you?
Because that's what people do when they are in a party together, Zalie. You don't keep these things from your party members. He's going to show up again. You said it yourself, and I would like to know who the person is in front of me and why you have such a beef with him. If you are asking me to stay my hand and so that I do not attack him, then I can very much at least know why. Otherwise, next time I see him, I will attack him. You're trying to ask a lot of the people around you, Zalie.
I'll tell you this much. But it's kind of convenient that you ask me to spill everything when you have been... You don't
I have
know
been
anything
outright
about
forward
you.
with you about everything about me, Zalie. I do not hide the person that I am. Well, I suppose not, at least on purpose. I mean, I did not even know that I was 4 different people until recently. That still kind of freaks me out.
I just don't see why it's important to specify what kind of grave crime the Thorn Prince committed for you to decide whether or not it's worth fighting for. Look, he constantly, in every time we have summits and diplomatic relations with him and the other kingdoms, he's always constantly undermining my sister and pushing her because she's different than the other rulers. And that makes her lose her standing. And thus, her words weigh less in the first world, and so our kingdom is seen as lesser. He's always mocking her and turning the others against her.
And does his words ring true about her, or is these just him just being a racist?
Yes. Yes, he is absolutely a racist.
And so, I just want to understand. So this man here, he is a racist that has authority, and everyone else is also a racist?
No.
In a world filled of different races? Is it because she's a woman?
No. Look, he just constantly talks so loud and always that the others end up listening to him. Whether or not... Look, it's just the fact that he's always on my sister's back and never the others. It adds... It's not fun. The point is that if we win the competition, he's going to stop. He'll stop badgering her about what about who she is and how different she is, and she'll let us go. Doing so, she'll regain her place at the tables. Because right now it seems that everyone tends to listen to him more than they listen to my sister. Us, anyway.
I bet your sister would get a lot more respect if she just killed him. It seems like even if you win this competition, he is still going to hold the power over her. I mean, all he has to do is say, you know what, actually, I'm still going to act this way towards you. Also, I'm taking your sister and I'm going to marry her, regardless of if you win or not. If he's making up all these claims about your sister, things that aren't true, and people are still listening to him, then that's not going to change anything after the competition. He is still going to have that power. He is still going to be able to just say whatever he wants, and people will follow. It sounds like this might be one of the few cases of regicide that actually makes sense. That would show your sister means business for people who try to be, overtly rude to her for absolutely no reason. And it would also show that she will not back down from people who threaten her. And as far as I know, with other nations, that is exactly how it's best worked. That's how you show people that you are not a weak person. and you are deserving of a spot at the table.
Yeah. That's why you're not a queen, Key.
Well, it seems like your sister is not doing very well on her own right now. I don't know why you believe winning this competition would actually make him stop. And your sister doesn't have anything to lose. You do. And Bridget as well. And it could all be for nothing. If you do win this competition, then great, but I imagine that even in the first world, it doesn't work that way. Where all of a sudden, people just, oh, you made a good food. Well, you are now on the same level as this person that we've taken his word over yours for so long. I may not be a queen, but I know a little bit about politics. And while it might be a different world than I am used to, it all sounds very much the same of like what we have out here. I think maybe your pot needs to be adjusted, yes? Just not being ridiculed? That does not seem like worthy of anything, if I'm being perfectly honest.
Thank you for the food, Locke. It's appreciated.
I hope it's good.
Either way, thank you for it.
And it's just, by the way, I guess I should ask this out of curiosity. So is your sister just like, is she a plant person like yourself? I would imagine so. Or is she like me and apparently a half-breed?
Kind of. Yeah.
I see. Okay.
Just please drop it, Key. Not in the mood.
Perhaps I can talk to Bridget instead of you about this. Maybe she will not be as emotional. That way I won't have to poke and prod you and I still feel safe to be around you.
Key, suffice to say, you are making an incredible amount of assumptions on how the First World works.
I'm asking you to explain it to me, Zalie, but you won't. I can only make assumptions if no one tells me otherwise. But I could talk to you instead, Bridget, if you are... I mean, you are similar to myself. You are from both worlds. So you could probably put it in easier terms for me to understand.
Some things you're just gonna have to see for yourself.
And when is this competition, out of curiosity? Is it human time or elf time? What to be looking at?
Well, we've been preparing for over a decade now. We've been traveling for about 12 years, getting meals and recipes. We don't know. It could be tomorrow, or it could be 10 years from now.
There is no set time. It's just whenever everybody says, "Okay, let's do it."
Pretty much. When the time comes, we will know. That's as good of an answer as we can give you.
No, I understand that much. A bit silly to put
Yeah, we just don't know. So, what, what, what Zalie was saying, back when he left about being back to the first year, is that when we started, this little tournament quest thing, it was very hard for us to trust anyone that we met, because what if this person is the prison disguise? What if it's one of his servants? You know, what if it's one of his lackeys spying on us? So we couldn't trust anybody for the first few years, fearing that he might be, you know, trying to mess with us. It took a while, but we eventually got over that fear and started to be a bit more open to others. Believing that, no, they're just actual people from Ospian. So, seeing this happen right now, well, we had kind of forgotten that the prince could do that. And
Oh,
now,
I see.
he just reminded us that he's watching. Mind you, there's not a whole lot he can do to Zalie right now. He is under contract to not touch Zalie before uh, he can't harm or take Zalie unless he wins the competition. That's the contract. So really,
I
his
see.
goal here is to mess with us in a way that makes us lose the competition.
So, am I talking to Bridget like
Bridget,
away
yes.
from Zali, or is?
Now, Zali's right there, but she has a hoodie over her head. You know, she's just moping. She's kind of.
Okay. Okay, so Bridget, I do need to know, why can I not just kill him then? Would that not solve all the problems? You could just say he invaded a different land and got killed by one of the locals. It would not be untrue. I mean, like I said, we've only just started traveling together the past couple of weeks. I have no technical foot in this political landscape. If there is no one to ridicule her sister, then there is no problem, yes?
If that would solve problems, Nyrissa would have done it many, many years ago.
That's
I'm
usually
afraid
what
that
kings
that
and
is
queens
not.
do.
Suffice to say, that would not help. At least, not now. Believe me, believe us, Zalie and probably her sister would would wouldn't mind to see the prince be gone, one way or another. But that's just not how things work.
Well, we're just trying to understand. That is all.
Yes, I do not. That's what the part I'm not getting is if he were to die, let's say not by my hands, but let's just say he got eaten by one of those trolls. Obviously, they were no match for him, but it could have happened. Does that mean that her sister's honor is lost forever? What would happen then? Maybe he chokes on something and dies. Completely unrelated to us. It's just over? Forever her sister lives in shame because of this creature who just decides to be a jerk and died before he could say, just kidding?
Bridget kind of just sighs and kind of looks around. I don't know.
He is gonna
I'm not
lean in.
Nyrissa. I'm not the queen. I'm not the prince either. I just
And
make the food.
she's going to whisper to Bridget, can you be honest with me? Are these words unbased, or is it because they're true that is why this is happening?
The situation is extremely complicated.
Oh no, Spoon, why are you speaking?
Meow. As you'll see, an individual begin to materialize at the hand on Zalie's shoulder.
Oh, it's another one of those weird. Oh, wait, no. Wait, no, yes, that looks just like the guy. Okay, uh, so I can't kill this one, right? That's what we're going with?
Bridget, see, as soon as she appeared, Bridget instantly turned around to face her and essentially kneel down. And when you say that, Key, Bridget instantly shifts her head, like, whips her head towards you, and, like, and kind of just glares at you with an intense no.
Okay, so this is not one of his people.
Vigorously shakes her head.
Okay, well, she was just a similar shade of purple, so I was a little confused. Now,
She's the
who is
best
this?
shade of purple. Excuse you.
My sister has said an awful lot about you.
Which one? Oh shit, what were their names? I don't remember now. What are the metal ladies' names? Pinkette? Was it Pinkette?
Listen, your GM only has so many voices they can do, alright?
Oh no, I wasn't making a jab at that. I'm just literally he thinks this is
Oh, okay.
when she said she just thinks it's another another metal butt queen lady.
Zalie will kind of just mutter audibly, "Hey, sis."
Perhaps you'd like to properly introduce me to your little friend you've told me about, hmm? Introductions are in order?
Zalie, from underneath her hoodie, no one can see her, but she rolls her eyes. She'll and she'll raise one long-sleeved arm to Key. Says, "Key, this is my sister, Princess Queen Nyrissa of the Court of Morag. Sis, this is Key, a fairy who has no recollection of the First World whatsoever.
Hmm.
It is coming back to me very slowly, but
It's coming
yes,
back
it
to
is
her
pretty
slowly.
much.
But she's obviously from there, but we don't know when, where, how, why she got here."
Well, it's
Nyrissa-
lovely to finally make your acquaintance in person. I trust this is little Lock and Spoon. Oh, she has told me all about your little adventures when she comes back on her little visits.
I suppose they would be little visits because what? It's like 5 seconds and fade time.
Mhm. But
Well,
first,
it's nice to meet you then. I have heard
are you all
so.
right? Did he hurt you?
Oh,
Did he do
okay.
anything?
That's okay.
Did
I
he break
wasn't
the
talking to you.
contract?
Zalie just shakes her head no, and he wanted to bring me back. I knew he was lying.
Oh,
No,
I don't think
he's
he was lying.
Well, he wants to, but I just don't think he would have. No, he didn't hurt me. Or B.
If he would have, I would have shot him in the face. Just want to point it out there. I had my gun trained on him.
Oh, I believe that you would have, but I appreciate your restraint, little one.
It was very hard. He's a terrible person.
Oh, isn't he, though? He's just the worst. And the worst shade of purple at that.
I see Zalie has been talking to you about your about the comments.
Oh, yes.
She does know that I was under the effects of a curse, right? When I said that, I promise you. I mean, you are the best shade of green, Zalie. Second
yes.
Commander only.
Oh, a classic. Yes, you are under a curse, of course. She'll wink with her third eye.
Regardless, how long have you been here? Jeez.
Just since I appeared, I had scried upon my sister, though, once I got wind that he was near her.
Did someone... how did you find out? That was only but a few moments ago.
Oh, I have my ways, my mysterious queenly ways.
Bridget, did you send her a message?
She shakes her head no.
Was it you, Spoon?
Spoon shakes his head
Little
yes.
one,
How-
if you think that Bridget and Zallie's connection is intense, how much more do you think me and my sister's is? What else could make her so shook up than to see him?
Ah, I see. You have a connection similar to Bridget. Okay, that makes sense.
Nerissa's the summoner, Zallie's the Eidolon, Bridget's the summoner, that's yes. No.
And
You think
somewhere
I
in
would let
that-
my sister gallivant in this world without some connection to me?
Oh, that is very thoughtful of your sister, Zalie. Unless you're just trying to keep tabs on her in a different way.
I want to make sure that she's safe.
Well, that is good.
Death here carries a different meaning than death back home.
Bridget and
Really?
Zalie both nod.
What do you mean by this? You
If she
died
dies
there?
back home, she will be rebirthed and will meet again. If she dies here, one of the gods will take her.
Oh, that's why you can't just kill that man. Wait, no, that's not why you can't just kill that man. If I kill him here, then the gods will take him, yes?
If you kill him here, that will undermine the deal and the contract that I made him sign.
Well, what if
I
I
will be
don't
doing
kill him?
things in a Feyly manner, and by doing so will undermine me and everything that I'm trying to achieve.
Okay. Well, then you can maybe answer the question I was trying to ask Bridget earlier. So, what if he were to just die here randomly? What
Now, while
happened?
he's under contract, oh, that would be disastrous in many ways. But somewhat fortuitous. More disastrous than fortuitous. By not fulfilling the contract, that would set me back several hundred years. It would make everyone question my abilities and who and what I am.
I see. But, so essentially, you can't fight him with food because he's dead, so therefore, it bad, right?
If he dies, that undermines the power of the contract. And the whole purpose of the contract is so that it can show my power and my influence and the legitimacy that I have.
I see. So is this like a magical contract that actually bestows power upon you upon completion, or?
It is a magical contract that intertwines with the fate of all reality itself, akin to great Asmodeus's creation of the universe, and the contract he willed into existence with the other gods.
Well, that's a tough break there. Jeez.
Zalie
If the
nods.
contract is broken, it will undermine so much that I have worked for over 1,000 years. Well, your years.
But if he breaks the contract, I mean, I don't understand why that is a problem. It's not your fault.
If he breaks the contract under his own volition, it would similarly. It wouldn't be as bad. But as long as everyone is fulfilling their end of the contract, things will work out in the end. We will win.
Okay. So it wouldn't be as bad if he died here.
It would be. It would set things back, and it would mean open war between our two kingdoms, which is what I'm trying to prevent here. You have to understand, little one, I have in my hands untold millions in my kingdom that I must look over every single day. If I can achieve a greater end for them with risk to only but a few that I know that are willing, rather than having to ask untold tens of thousands, magnitudes of individuals to go to war to achieve the same end, which is worse?
Okay, so let me understand this. This guy dies off on his own for no absolute reason. You guys don't have anything to do with it. And now you have to go at war with his kingdom?
His kingdom will undoubtedly go to war with us, as we will be blamed.
They'll try and pin it on us, exactly.
They will pin it on us. And the
Okay.
others will see it that way.
I see, I see. Well, why didn't you just say that in the first place? That makes so much more sense. That really sucks to have your entire fate in the hands of somebody that you have no control over. I mean, sure, you can work for your, to win this competition, fulfill your side of the contract, but man, he was really risking himself coming out there so often. If he would have died, then whew, that would really suck for you guys.
Well, there's a reason why he's been alive for thousands of years and still hasn't died. He doesn't really die easily.
He has very little to fear on this material plane. And those creatures of which he would fear likely have no interest in poking the bear of the first world.
I mean, I have seen creatures that do not normally die, but they do die sometimes. I know you do not know this, but Locke and I had a bit of a encounter with one such creature of immense, what is it, power and lifetime. I mean, granted, we, absolutely killed him, but it could happen, is all I'm saying.
Oh, it could happen.
And just that prospect, I feel like there should be an amendment to the, what's the word? Your contract? Yes. To at least make it understandable that, if you have no involvement in this man's death, or vice versa, then there shall be no war. I mean, I don't understand.
He would not agree to such a term. After all, if he were to die under contract and then there's no war, that might as well be a leaflet for assassination against him.
That is a good point. What a tricky situation you've got there.
Yes, well, handling Faye is always a tricky situation. That's why I made a waterproof contract and forced him to sign it. That way we could do things in a less traditionally Fae-ly manner.
Yeah, I was going to say, that sounds very, very, I don't know what our world is in the number rankings, but it seems very familiar.
I'm sure there's some familiarity of it to you. All the same, I do truly appreciate that you have stepped in to assist my sister. From what she said, you seem to be very talented and very knowledgeable of this world.
Well, thank you, Zalie. I didn't know you felt that way about me.
I know she's not always forthcoming with information and what she says. Part of it is, I know she's trying to protect me. And part of it is, it can be difficult to know of whom to trust.
Well, I could say that you can at very least understand that I am not one of those guys as henchmen, because I did not know any of this information before an hour ago.
I believe you. You weren't born in the first world. I can tell.
Oh, is that so?
She'll
That's
nod her head.
unfortunate. I was hoping that I might have at least been born there, but
She'll reach her big hand out to kind of put it on your shoulder. There is no shame in it. It's something for which you should be proud of.
I see.
Because you bring the glory of the first world to this place. And should you go there, you will bring a greater glory to the first world.
You never told me that your sister was such a charmer, Zalie. Ooh la la, are you single? I know you're a queen, but
I'm currently single.
that does have me questioning this man, this prince. He is a prince, not a king?
Yes, he is a prince. He insists upon maintaining the princely title until he takes for his hand a lovely nymph.
He is the
All
one
nymphs-
ruling the kingdom, it's just he likes to call himself the prince.
All nymphs have turned his requests down, so he has stooped to trying to, by trickery, obtain my sister. And if someone had kept me in the know, we wouldn't be in this situation, now would we? She kind of glares at Zalie.
Oh, so that is why he. Oh, I get it. Okay, that makes sense too. Because you didn't know, and he was specifically targeting Zalie. Okay, okay,
Yes,
okay.
the entire
Yes.
ordeal was. Oh, it makes me boil. Believe me, there is no one here in your presence that would love to see his head stuck on a pike between my horns more than me. But things must be done in the correct way.
Okay. I know. First off, and she'll take a little bow. I appreciate your sincerity with your words with me and understanding of my not speaking of royalty with a perfect tone of voice. I I like that about you. Uh, but I'm hoping you could maybe answer some questions I have, just so I know what I may or may not be getting into by traveling with your sister.
I will do what I can, but I make no promises.
As long as you are more forthcoming than big butt battle butt ladies, and
Unless she'll kind of briefly whip out a paper. You'd like to strike a. Oh no, she'll roll up a paper and put it back in.
I am not interested in doing a cooking competition for. Well, actually, if I lose, does that mean I get your hand in marriage? Is that how this works? I mean, I'm. Okay, I'm gonna stop myself. I just realized she's large, and I'm so small. Oh, that means too many things. Okay.
Ask your
If it
questions away.
If it would incentivize you to help my sister, maybe. Ask me again if you're a key player in helping my sister win the competition.
Ha. No, unfortunately, I am a big flirt, but I am all just talk right now. I have someone special in mind. However, normal questions. So I am from this world. I don't really quite understand first world politics. They were trying to explain it to me the best of their capabilities, but why does this one man who can't seem to get a girlfriend hold so much power over you? I mean, this is basically the meme of the virgin guy, and then you're the Chad. Yes, you've got these millions of people, and he's got no girls, no maiden. He's maidenless.
He has particularly high standards. He insists upon a nymph or a nymph queen, or at the very least a nymph princess, which have a very high going rate. And each and every one of us have not been interested in him. So yes, he remains forever maidenless.
I mean, honestly, if it was this world, then he would basically be bottom of the barrel. Everybody
Yeah.
would be like, haha, you cannot get a woman.
Yes, well, it would be lovely to point and make fun if it were not for his immeasurable forces, power, and army that he possesses. He has stomped flat many a lesser kingdom for less.
So is it not so much the fact that he actually has influence via word and more of he is just a very strong kingdom and they fear him on the table?
Both. They value his opinions, but they also value not having his armies come stomping at their front gates. He has a particular ire towards me and my who I am. He will regularly bring that up, use it as a point of contention, a way to sour
Yeah.
things.
He had called me a half-breed. I did not quite understand what he meant by that. And I assume he has a similar issue with you as well?
Yes, he indeed does. He takes issue with everyone that is not strictly and purely born out of individuals of the first world.
Oh, okay, so you are not a fully first world yourself?
It's complicated.
Wait, does that mean that I am a half-breed because I was born here and not in the first world?
Partly, yes.
Oh, I see. Where were you born then?
In a different
the-
plane of existence. Has Zalie not told you?
She has not been very forthcoming with information, but we also don't talk about you too much. However, she does not like the idea of me killing you, so I suppose that is something.
I appreciate your restraint, Zalie. I'm sure it would have been much easier for you to just tell her.
Hold on, give me 1 second, let me guess. You have horns, a sideways eye, claws. Yeah, I don't know what any of the planes in Pathfinder are, so I am going to guess what would be essentially the 9 hells.
And you would be correct.
She'll like kind of reach her hand out and feel the air around her. Does she give off an intense heat?
No, she does not give off an intense heat.
No, I thought you would be hot. Like physically hot. I mean, you're hot in other ways, but
You don't think I'm hot?
oh no, that's an aura. Oh, that's because she's a nymph. That's right. Okay, nymphs. Well, technically, wouldn't Zalie have to?
She has it toggled
She's-
off for now.
Oh, okay. That's what it is. So you are a creature of that world and a nymph.
Yes.
Oh, that is so interesting. Wow, that is a very
And it is for that reason that he stirs up distrust and disdain towards me, and that the others are willing to listen for. People from that plane don't have the best track record. Or
okay,
are
but
typically known for their trustworthiness.
oh, I see. Okay, so now, you have no obligation to be honest with me. I am but a person of completely out of this cake, but it has me thinking. I mean, he is saying these things about you. Are any of them true? And what exactly is he saying? Is he just oh, she is from a world of bad people, so therefore she is bad, and everybody is just like, oh yes, of course. Or is it more of a he is questioning your own decisions?
Is it not true that a lie can travel across the entire world before a truth has even gotten out of bed in this world as well?
Oh yes, of course. But I like to hear both sides of the stories. If I am to educate myself, yes.
He makes
Uh,
up many lies and brings up many stereotypes of one particular part of me. And the others are
Okay.
inclined to listen because of their ignorance, because they don't know. And he
Okay.
claims to be knowledgeable on the subject. That is why it is so important that things be handled by the contract, because that will mean that the others can realize and see that there is indeed legitimacy in infernal pacts. And that part of myself can be trusted in their eyes.
Oh, infernal pacts. I see. So this is something that you embrace, yes?
Am I to deny who and what I am?
I am not asking that of you at all.
Good.
He's gonna like. Let me see if I can get the gif of what I'm thinking. I have this very particular image in my head, but I can't seem to find like exactly what I'm looking for.
Hmm.
But essentially, she's in her pondering, like thinking mode. She's got her legs crossed, but she's like flying upside down, so she's just kind of
Hmm.
floating around.
Sounds like something that Aang would do in Avatar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, it could be from Avatar.
It could be, yeah.
I have this very specific image in my head. I just don't remember who it is or what it's from.
Oh dear, dearie me. She'll walk over and tap Bridget on the shoulder. Have you been kneeling this entire time? I didn't even see you. I'm sorry.
Bridget, when Bridget, relaxes her bow, you can hear her knees just breaking. My queen.
I trust you're taking good care of my sister. You'll see that she'll kind of pat Bridget on the head and kind of pet her.
She is extremely well fed, yes, and well protected.
Good,
Absolutely, my
but
queen.
I would not expect anything less.
Thank you, my queen.
I love how soft you are. She'll just keep both hands rubbing her scalp.
Okay. He will just suddenly like erupt. I understand now. So, this man is a super racist against your kind, but also has a bit of a reason to believe that due to prejudices. However, you are not as bad as he is saying, correct? These are lies?
Yes,
Yes.
this sounds correct.
And everyone believes him because he is stronger and they have known him longer than you?
Yes, unfortunately, he is my elder.
And everyone else is racist due to ignorance.
Yes.
I see. Okay. So, understand. Got it, finally. You are.
Does this mean you will continue to help my sister on her quest?
Oh, yes, of course. But assuming these are, lies and you're not secretly. Not to say anything about your. It's not about your personage, more so about your person, You can't always trust everyone. Nothing to do with, everyone thinks fairies are so trickstery. I'm not always trickstery. But you did, you said something that I am very intrigued by.
And you're just going to leave me hanging?
I will ask about that in a moment, but I had just thought of something else. How are Zalie and you sisters? You come from one parent, or
Same mom.
Yes, same mother.
and are you her elder?
Yes, I'm older than her. Zalie was the
No.
last child of our mother before her passing.
So this might be completely off base, and I do not recommend this, as I am one to stick it to the man, if you know what I'm saying. But would it not be easier for the kingdom if Zalie were to take the throne instead? And that way all of the nonsense talk would cease? And you could still be there by your sister's side throughout the whole thing?
Yes, and I should hide in shame behind the shadows of my true full-blooded sister, allowing the others to win. And you can see the area begin to grow a bit dark.
That's what I'm talking about. High five.
No, I will not conform to these ideals. I will prove to them with deeds that this is not the right way to act and to be.
Okay, that's what I assumed. I just wanted to make sure we're on the same page. You are very right to do so. But, I don't like racists, so. Although I don't like rabbits either, so I guess I'm a little bit racist now. Anyway,
Well,
but I blame that
Okay.
on one's rabbit.
if you'd like to know something, she'll kind of lean in. Something very secretive about Zalie.
She's a rabbit.
Oh, cats are her favorite. You should get her a whole bunch of cats.
Oh, I am quite aware of that. We've already got one back on our turtle. You should visit us sometime. You can pet our cat. Oh, and I don't know if you have met Spoon.
This is Spoon. Hello, Spoon. She'll pet Spoon. I still prefer Bridget's. With one hand, she'll pet Spoon, and the other, Bridget.
You don't keep her around for her cooking, do you?
Oh, she does make lovely meals.
Alright, so that's all of my questions answered. I have a full grasp on this situation, I believe now.
Good. I have a question for you. Now that you know all of this, will you help my sister? Will you help us?
No, yes, of course. I don't see why not. As long as
Breathe.
you continue to be doing the good right thing, yes, we should be good.
I do my best most of the time.
I mean, you do not have negative intentions towards your own people.
Why would I want the downfall of my own people?
Listen, there's a possum king I can tell you about. He is the worst. He sends his bakers out to war.
Is that it? Is that the only context?
Well, instead of, being part of the conflict himself, he stays in his little house and is like, oh, you can go and fight these giant monsters instead of, me actually doing anything about it.
I don't really know about the waging of war in this world or this plane, but I'll take your word for it if you say that that's not normally how they handle things here.
Well, out of great curiosity, and this is purely hypothetical and absolutely based in nothing. Let's say I were to steal Bridget and, basically say, I'm gonna kill her. What would your thought process be?
Oh, my thought process. My theoretical thought process?
Yes, what would your situation, what would you
Oh,
do
well,
at
in
this
this theoretical situation, I suppose I don't know what would have to be done is maybe I would have to have your wings, theoretically, of course, plucked from your back and displayed upon a banner, splayed out for all to see while you're hung in a place of a theoretical place of great dishonor.
And would you do this yourself? If you have no other capable people?
Well, in this theoretical situation, if I theoretically have no one else, yes.
Awesome. See, Zalie, your sister wouldn't send out a baker to fight a war. That is, you don't understand. It is so very nice to hear that.
I'm
If
sure
you-
it is.
Knowing that if you have to step up and do something, you will do it.
Well, I suppose that puts me above a possum.
Oh, very much so.
Thank you for this theoretical and hypothetical discussion. It was riveting.
I learned a lot about it from it. Thank you. Now that I have a better grasp on your person, you said something about infernal contracts?
Yes, what of them?
How do those work?
Wouldn't you like to know? She'll have a devilish grin.
It seemed like you were quite eager to start one with me.
Oh, I was just joking. Unless...
darn. I am curious about what they entail. And what exactly,
It is written, and what is done. Two mutual parties making an agreement, writing upon it, imparting their blood as ink, and then, well, the universe watches. And it makes sure that what is done is done. If you want a more detailed explanation, and you have a few decades, I could always teach you.
Did Dean get super loud, or is it just?
Yes, he did, yeah.
Okay.
Why did I get loud? Nothing's changed.
Your mic just, for some reason, it picks you up
Nothing
differently.
I thought it was in a.
Nothing's changed.
I thought
Literally.
it was
It
an
made for
effect.
quite the imposing effect, didn't it, at the right
Yes,
time?
it did.
I mean, yes, it was intentional. Yes.
That was
It
great.
was super loud. I had to take off my headset. Let me adjust you real quick.
Okay, I don't know why I'm loud now. everything's the same.
Okay. All right. Anyway,
Still, I have a kingdom to be running, and as much as I'd love to gallivant around this world.
okay.
It was-
So
It was nice to be out in my casual day wear, though.
I might have Zalie contact you about signing up a contract with me in the future. Would that be something you'd be cool with?
It depends on what the contract is, but yes.
If it's anything like the contracts I know about, might be interesting. I.
Yeah. It was
deeply
lovely to meet
appreciate
all of you.
You as well.
Bridget. She'll stop petting. Oh, Zalie. Stay safe here.
You too.
And you, she'll point to Key. You'd better keep her safe. I wouldn't want to have to think of the theoretical things I would theoretically have to do to you if my sister, in theory, were to come to any harm under your watchful eye.
Well, you can ask her yourself. I am quite capable of keeping her safe.
Well, all the same, until next time, toodles. She'll whoop.
Well, Zalie, your sister is just wonderful.
Yes, she is.
She definitely is a queen, though. I can sense that royal presence about her.
Yes,
Not as
it would be awful if I was the queen instead of her. Glad she's there.
if it makes you feel any better, Zalie. You are the best shade of green. And I don't think that, well, I don't know enough information yet about how things are run in your queendom. But, that being said, we are kind of in the middle of creating our own queendom. We can usurp the sorcerer. Once everything is said and done.
Are you interested in running a Latreon? Queen Key?
Oh, no, not myself. I would be a simple advisor, Queen Zalie. You are the one with the royal experience.
I have previous engagements. Literally.
I am just kidding, of course. I do not expect anyone to want to rule this hodgepodge group of animals.
If anyone should be queen of Elatrion, then it should be someone who comes from here. She turns to Spoon. Queen Spoon.
That is quite a dig at your own sister.
Oh, that's not what I meant.
I know, I just thought it was funny. That is why we are trying to get the sorcerer her land back. Lady something server.
This is Ali. I know it's very complicated and there's a lot of stuff going on, and I sort of zoned out for some of it and don't fully understand. It was a lot, but I just want to let you know that Spoon and I will do our best to help you with your food getting and things, knowing especially now that it's even more important. Not that there's much more important in life than good food with friends, but you know, I just thought I'd let you know that. Yeah.
Thanks.
I think Doc is trying to say we hope that you are having a good time with us. Despite all the problems you have at home.
It's been a big day today. Generally, yes, I am. I guess today's been one of those off days.
Perhaps we could go back to Gorant and finally get some rest.
That would actually be kind of nice.
That sounds good. Spoon and I will make flour, and then Bridget can turn it into bread, and then we can have delicious bread.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Let's go. Still feel the Thorn Prince's aura around here.
And off you
He
go
just-
towards.
Kay will just kind of like stand over here and spit on the ground where. Oh, Zalie,
Yeah.
what do you want to do with the ring? Do we throw it in a volcano or into the ocean? We smash it with a hammer?
I can think of one fitting place to put it. One that suits it.
I don't think you're allowed to touch him, though.
No. Follow me.
All right, we're following.
We're going to the hill giants. Let's go.
Zalie is going to. Yes, we'll be headed to the big sword,
Okay.
to where the three, giants are. Their corpses anyway are dead now.
Here it comes. Here it comes. Do it. Do it.
And Zalie will take the ring that she was given and forcefully shove it up one of the hill giants' butts.
I would give you a high five, Zalie, but not right now.
It's worth it to forever be contaminated.
Oh, that cat is still here.
Leave it there.
We might come say hi whenever Padmina gets done.
Go to Gorant.
Yay, back to the turtle.
Yeah, you all will head back to the turtle.
It will. I don't know
Using
how
your-
long it's gonna take us.
Using your dragon, it'll take 1, 2, 3, 3 hours.
And how long was the whole sword and everything else affair?
It will be 5 o'clock by the time you get there.
Okay, so still relatively early. And I
Yep.
think that's enough for tonight.
Yep, that's what I was thinking.
Sounds good.
Oh boy, backstory lores.
Mm-hmm.